In this video, you will learn how to assemble and install 12-volt and 24-volt solar panels onto your boat lift. This will complement other detailed information provided in FLOE's written assembly instructions and owner's manual. Before getting started, it is important to note that the solar panel must be installed prior to the canopy. In order to do the assembly, you will need the following tools.
For attaching the mount to the solar panel, place the supplied track nuts into the underside of the solar panel. These will be placed into the track on the longer side of the solar panel, as such. Press the track nuts into the track at an angle. Then, press them again, so that the threaded hole faces up. Attach the panel or panels to the upper mount with 1/4 inch by 1/2 inch bolts and 1/4 inch lock washers. There will be 4 of each for the 12-volt systems and 8 of each for the 24-volt systems. The bolts are required to be torqued to a 10 foot-pound maximum. Note the orientation of the connection points and the controller on the solar panels. The grommet and mount must be on the same side.
For the 24-volt solar panels, as shown here, connect the supplied Y cable to the solar panel with the controller. The Y cable needs to be connected to the wire on the left side of the controller, the socket end. Next, connect the wire of the left solar panel, the one without the controller, to one end of the Y cable. Connect the other end of the Y cable to the solar panel on the right with an inline fuse. The connections should appear as shown. For the 12-volt solar panels, as shown here, connect the wire on the left side of the controller, the socket end, to the wire with the inline fuse.
Next, unscrew the solar panel controller. There is a dip switch at the back of the controller. This dip switch is used for presetting your battery type. Please check your battery manufacturer's specifications to identify and select the correct battery type. The unit provides for 4 battery types: AEGM, gel, wet, conventional lead acid, and lithium iron phosphate batteries. Set the dip switch to the proper configuration according to this chart. Note, once the dip switch setting is finished, do not change the switch settings unless the solar panel is disconnected from the battery. Otherwise, it may damage your battery.
For both solar panels, route the remaining wire from the solar panel into the grommet plunge on the solar panel mount. Next, take the wire harness and feed it through the mast. The top of the harness, at the upper end of the mast, should have the connector to the solar panels. The lower end of the mast should have the remaining part of the harness with the ring terminals. Attach the remaining wire, the plug end, from the controller into the harness routed in the mast. For the 24-volt solar panel, the connections should appear as shown. For the 12-volt solar panel, the connections should appear as shown. Next, slide the mount with the solar panels onto the mast and align the holes. Attach the mount to the mast using 3/8 inch washers followed by 3/8 inch by 1 inch bolts. Torque the bolts to 10 foot-pounds.
Next, you will need the lower mount bracket. This piece is sold separately and is dependent on the type of lift. Please refer to this chart to make sure you have the correct bracket. Insert 1/2 inch washers and 1/2 inch by 1 and 1/4 inch bolts into the lower mast mount. Slide the mount onto the canopy support in the corner post by inserting the bolts and washers into the nut track. The bracket may be placed on the ball screw side or V-brace side of the lift. However, the bracket must be placed on the tilting corner post in Maxis applications. This is the corner post without any actuators attached to it. There should be a minimum distance of 3 inches from the top of the support to the top of the mount, or enough room for the solar panel to clear the canopy fabric. Attach the mount to the canopy support using 1/2-inch nylock nuts. Torque the bolts to 60 foot-pounds.
Next, attach the mast of the solar panels to the lower bracket mount using 3/8-inch washers and 3/8-inch by 1-inch bolts. Torque the bolts to 10 foot-pounds. For the bracket, attach to the ball screw side. Wrap the wire harness out from the bottom of the mast, along the corner post and ball screw, then into the battery box or boxes. For the bracket, attach to the V-brace side. Wrap the wire harness up along the closest canopy support rail, down over the pivot and tilting post, then into the battery box or boxes. Secure the wire harness with the provided Velcro straps, as shown. When routing the wire, it is important to keep the wiring away from any moving parts or pinch points.
For the 12-volt system, connect the red lead to the positive battery terminal and the black lead to the negative battery terminal, as shown. For the 24-volt system, there will be 2 separate batteries. On the first battery box, connect the red lead to the positive battery terminal and the white battery interconnect to the negative terminal, as shown. On the second battery box, connect the black lead to the negative terminal and the other end of the white battery interconnect, the end with the circuit breaker, to the positive terminal, as shown.
Once everything has been connected, the LED indication will show the solar panel's charging status and fault connection. Please refer to this chart. An operational solar panel will have one of the following LED indications. Additional information can be found in the provided user's manual for the ZAMP charge controller. Your solar panel is now installed. Thank you for choosing FLOE. Please consult your local dealer if you need additional assistance.